What if the next major economic shock doesn't come from Wall Street, China, or a banking crisis? What if it comes from Iran? Most people aren't paying attention, but rising tensions, sanctions, oil markets, and regional instability could create ripple effects across the global economy. And if that happens, it won't just affect Iran. It could impact fuel prices, inflation, businesses, and consumers worldwide. Here's what you need to know. When people think of global economic powerhouses, countries like the United States, China, and Germany usually come to mind. But Iran plays a critical role in one area that affects everyone: energy. Iran holds some of the world's largest oil and natural gas reserves. Any disruption involving Iran can influence energy markets, and energy prices affect almost everything, from transportation and manufacturing to food prices. That's why investors, governments, and businesses closely monitor developments in the region. Several factors could create economic turbulence. First, increased sanctions. If sanctions become stricter, Iran's ability to export oil could be affected. Second, geopolitical tensions. Any conflict or disruption near major shipping routes could impact global trade. One of the most important waterways in the world is the Strait of Hormuz. A significant percentage of global oil shipments pass through this narrow passage. If shipping becomes disrupted, energy prices could rise rapidly. Third, investor fear. Markets often react not only to actual events but also to uncertainty. Sometimes fear alone can move prices before anything major even happens. You might be wondering, what does this have to do with me? Potentially quite a lot. Higher oil prices can lead to more expensive fuel, higher transportation costs, increased prices for goods and services, rising inflation. Businesses often pass higher costs on to consumers. That means everyday expenses could become more expensive. For investors, increased uncertainty can create volatility in stock markets. Some sectors may struggle while others could benefit. Financial markets are closely watching several indicators: oil prices, shipping activity, regional political developments, inflation data, central bank decisions. If energy costs rise significantly, central banks may face difficult decisions about interest rates. This can impact everything from mortgages to business investments. That's why even a regional event can eventually affect people around the world. No one can predict the future with certainty. But there are a few practical steps people often consider during periods of economic uncertainty. Avoid unnecessary debt. Build an emergency fund. Diversify investments. Stay informed from reliable sources. Focus on long-term financial planning rather than panic. Economic shocks can create challenges, but preparation often matters more than prediction. Will Iran be the source of the next global economic shock? Nobody knows for sure. But history shows that energy markets, geopolitics, and investor sentiment can have powerful effects on the global economy. What do you think? Could rising tensions create another major economic disruption? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos on global economics, investing, and world events.